Hi, everyone. Aaron J. Marks of aaronjmarks.com, and welcome to A Higher Level. This is my podcast where everything we think, see, and do happens on a higher level. We're in season two, and we're kind of in the middle of the first series of season two because season two is going to be three different series. And this series is on the facets of my work because what I find is that I'm categorically different from most of the coaches and consultants that I meet. And my work is very wide ranging and has relevance to many, many people and organizations. And so it's a perpetual challenge for me to market that. So this is part of that effort. So we're on part five of the facets of my work. And if you listen to part four, then you heard me talk about how I'm a finder and inspector of narratives, and that one got a little bit intense because narrative is a crucially important metaphysical component of human life. So narrative is, it's not just about the past. I was going to say it's about the past, but it's not because stories are told and the telling is an act of creation in the present moment. And so you're creating the future even as you recount the past. But if you just grant that stories are about what happened in the past, then now we're going to flip to the future for part number five. And part number five is that I'm a lightning rod for an inspector of aspirations. I figure out what people want and help to put them on a path of agreement with others. I reveal the deepest source of our collective longings to show them the ideal universal pattern behind this in order to more effectively model their own efforts. So, along with the story from the past that guides you and guides all of us and really guides the whole universe, the story continues into the future through the present moment, through these actions that we're taking in the present moment. And so the question is, how do we choose which actions to take, and how do we form the intention behind these actions, right? And the answer is always that you're comparing your present moment to some future that you desire. Um, that always and only, like that's really what drives people. It actually drives all creatures, maybe even all entities. But we have a way of seeing that clearly and articulating it and finding it in our cognition and in our feelings, right? So if this is unconscious, if this remains unconscious, we're often not happy with the results it creates, and that creates depression, and we don't know why. So, if you talk to me, I will examine your actions very closely and figure out whether they indeed comport to what you desire or whether there's some kind of disconnect, some kind of mismatch there. Because you have a vision for a future, a desirable future. I know you do. And if I talk to you, I will find that. And the moment that we do, the moment that we say, oh, this is actually what I want, because the future keeps coming. And so it's not optional for you whether or not you proceed into the future. And because of that, you have a desirable future that you see. And so in talking to me, I will discern what that looks like. And then we will examine your actions and determine whether they're the right ones to get to what you say you want. Whether it's what you really want, that's another question. And whether any of us can really get what we want is, it's an even deeper question. And how we reconcile that is another question. But at the end of the day, yeah, we have to keep living. We have to keep acting. And the actions bring some form of the future closer. So, which form of the future do you want? That's something that I help people examine. So, that's a lightning rod for an inspector of aspirations. This is Aaron of aaronjmarks.com. And this has been a higher level. I will see you in the next episode where we will continue to describe the different facets of my work. I'll see you then.